The following conversation takes place on May 21st, 1927 in Paris. And also,
Please note that Henry Ford did not actually sound like a southern plantation owner.
Congrats on your solo flight.
Why, thank you. It's an honor to meet a man with such good standing, such as yourself.
Well, thank you, Sonny. So tell me, how'd you get into flying?
Well, at first, I was in school. I tried my hand in mechanical engineering, but, it wasn't for me. I wasn't satisfied. But then something caught my eye, and that was the airplane. So I dropped out of school and joined the Nebraska Aircraft Corporation. While at the Nebraska Aircraft Corporation, I gained a lot of respect for being such an expert on mechanics, parachuting, jumping, and being a pilot. Later on, in the year 1925, I graduated at the top of my class from the U.S. Army Air Cadet Program in Texas. After that, I was awarded with the rank of second lieutenant. After then, I moved to St. Louis and joined the Missouri National Guard. A few years later, I helped design the Spirit of St. Louis, and earlier this month, as you know, I set the speed record for flying from San Diego to New York. And of course, you know that I flew from New York to Paris, hence why you're here. Man, flying has changed my life, and I don't know where I would be without it. Since aviation is booming right now, it's starting to change for everyone. Now we might be using planes for commercial use and traveling. I think that would be amazing. Flying has changed my world, and it's starting to change other people's as well. Such as your invention, Mr. Ford.
Oh, Sonny, please call me Henry. But of course, you know my invention did make a big hit. Because of me, there's transportation everywhere. Now let me tell you my story. Well, of course, as you know, we had to make cars by mass amounts. We needed a lot of them. Therefore, I invented something called the new assembly line.
Yes, I've heard.
Now, Sonny, I didn't interrupt you when you talked. Now, do not interrupt me, aight? Now back to what I was saying. The assembly line helped my company produce cars by the numbers, what I thought was by the people moving with the line, but the line moving to the people. I mean, the jobs at my company did not need much to do. I mean, people's jobs were very repetitive. All you do is turn the wrench and boom, you're done. Therefore, jobs at my company did not need no professionals. I got unskilled workers and paid them well, about $5 a day. I'm nice, ain't I?
But you...
Boy, there my employees would go home and have money. I'm practically a hero to them. But yeah, well, anyway, of course everyone knows my car, the Model T. I mean, who doesn't? Anyway, cars were made for them rich folk before, but I wanted a car for the common people. By making a system that made cars by the mass amounts, I gave customers an exceptional automobile at a low price. I mean, of course, my company were low priced, at least $700 less than the other companies, especially General Motors and Chrysler. Damn them, man, their fancy new brands and cars. That was my enemy. I mean, who needs cool and weird, fancy looking cars when you have Model T? Yeah, that's all you need. Them General Motors with their fancy advertising. Who needs advertisement when you got a mouth? By talking is how you get customers. You see, Sonny, with my Model T's cost and low price, it's all what people ever need. We don't need no new models, so damn Sloan from General Motors, if it wasn't for him, my company would be great as ever now. Well, we are still great, but anyway, Sonny, that is all what I thought before. But not about them GM and Chrysler, them sons of... Well, as you can see, Sonny, I am a man of high class. Sonny, come here. Let me tell you a little secret. Well, since them General Motors is with their new cars and such, my company is taking a little break now, and we've been making a new car called the Model A. It's genius. I'm doing so much for the world. Do you know, Sonny, that ever since my cars have been coming out, just because of this, they had to make roads and roads across the nation. My cars have helped the economy after the war. It gave an economic explosion, and still is. And my next model of car will also give a boom too. I mean, we made about 2 million cars a year. And since they were low priced, everyone would buy them, and I think I'm a pretty great man, don't you think, Sonny?